My friends, today I want to talk to you about something that's absolutely vital to living a life of purpose, passion, and fulfillment. It's a simple phrase, but it carries within it the power to transform your entire existence. Never stop fighting. Now, when I say fighting, I'm not talking about physical confrontation or aggression. I'm talking about the inner fight, the relentless pursuit of your dreams, the unwavering commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. You see, life is a journey filled with challenges, obstacles, and setbacks. It's easy to get discouraged, to feel like giving up when things don't go our way. But I'm here to tell you that those moments of difficulty are precisely when you need to dig deep, stand tall, and keep pushing forward. Because it's in those moments of adversity that we truly discover who we are and what we're capable of. Think about it for a moment. Every great achievement in history, every breakthrough, every moment of profound change, it all started with someone who refused to give up. Someone who, in the face of overwhelming odds, chose to keep fighting. That's the power we all have within us. It's not about being fearless, my friends. It's about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's about acknowledging the obstacles in front of you and saying, I'm going to find a way over, under, around, or through. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. You're looking at your life, at the challenges you're facing, and you're wondering, how can I keep going? It's too hard. It's too much. I want you to know that I hear you. I understand that feeling of being overwhelmed, of wanting to throw in the towel. But here's the truth. You are far stronger than you realize. You have reserves of courage and resilience that go deeper than you can imagine. And it's in those moments of doubt, when you feel like you can't take another step, that's when you need to dig deep and remember why you started this journey in the first place. You see, the fight isn't just about overcoming external obstacles. It's also about conquering the inner demons that tell you you're not good enough, that you don't deserve success, that you should just give up. Those voices, they're not the real you. They're the accumulated fears and doubts that we've all picked up along the way, but you have the power to silence them. You have the ability to choose which thoughts you listen to, which beliefs you embrace. And when you choose to believe in yourself, when you choose to keep fighting no matter what, that's when miracles happen. Let me share a little secret with you. The universe loves persistence. It responds to those who refuse to back down, who keep showing up day after day, even when the results aren't immediate. It's like a test, you see. The universe wants to know how badly you want it, how committed you are to your dreams. And when you demonstrate that unwavering commitment, when you keep fighting even when it seems hopeless, that's when the tide begins to turn. That's when doors start to open. Opportunities begin to appear, and what once seemed impossible suddenly becomes within reach. But here's the thing, this journey, this fight, it's not always going to be pretty. There will be days when you feel beaten down, when you wonder if it's all worth it. And that's okay, that's part of the process. The key is to remember that these moments of doubt and difficulty are not the end of your story. They're just chapters in a much larger narrative. And you, my friend, you're the author of that story. You get to decide how it unfolds, how it ends. So choose to make it a story of perseverance, of triumph over adversity, of never giving up no matter what life throws your way. Now, I want you to think about something for a moment. Imagine yourself 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Picture the life you want to be living, the person you want to become. Got it. What's standing between that future version of yourself and where you are right now? Is it a lack of skills? Is it fear? Is it circumstances beyond your control? Whatever it is, I want you to see it not as an insurmountable barrier, but as a challenge to be overcome. Because that's what fighters do. They don't let obstacles define their path. They use those obstacles as stepping stones, as opportunities to grow stronger, to become more resilient. You see, when you adopt this mindset of never stopping, of always pushing forward, you start to see the world differently. Challenges become opportunities. Setbacks become setups for comebacks. Well, failure just becomes feedback. Valuable information that you can use to adjust your approach and come back stronger. This is the mindset of champions, of innovators, of people who leave their mark on the world. And it's a mindset that's available to each and every one of you. All you have to do is choose it, embrace it, and live it every single day. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Nothing worth having ever is. But I promise you this, it will be worth it. The sense of accomplishment you'll feel when you overcome those obstacles, when you prove to yourself that you have what it takes to keep fighting no matter what, that feeling is priceless. It's the kind of confidence that can't be bought or given. It can only be earned through perseverance, through refusing to give up, even when every fiber of your being is telling you to throw in the towel. Your fight, your refusal to give up, it's not just about you. You see, we're all connected in this beautiful tapestry of life. Your actions, your perseverance, they ripple out and touch the lives of those around you. When you choose to keep fighting, you become an inspiration to others. You show them what's possible when you refuse to let circumstances dictate your destiny. You become a living, breathing example of the power of the human spirit. And in doing so, you elevate not just yourself, but everyone around you. Think about the people in your life, your family, your friends, your community. They're watching you. They're drawing strength from your example. When you refuse to give up, when you keep pushing forward despite the odds, you're showing them that they too can overcome their challenges. You're planting seeds of hope and resilience that will grow and flourish long after you're gone. That's the ripple effect of never stopping, of always fighting. It extends far beyond your own life and touches countless others in ways you might never even realize. Now, I want to address something important here. When I talk about fighting, about never stopping, I'm not advocating for blind stubbornness or reckless persistence. There's wisdom in knowing when to pivot, when to change your approach. The key is to never lose sight of your ultimate goal, your vision for your life. The path to get there might change, the tactics might evolve, but the commitment to keep moving forward, to keep fighting for what you believe in, that should remain constant. It's like water, you see. Water always finds a way. When it encounters an obstacle, it doesn't just stop flowing. It adapts, it goes around or over, or it slowly erodes the obstacle until a path is created. That's the kind of adaptability and persistence I'm talking about. Be like water in your fight. Be flexible in your approach, but unwavering in your commitment to reach your destination. And let's talk about fear for a moment. Fear is a natural part of this journey. It's going to show up time and time again, trying to convince you to stop, to play it safe, to settle for less than you're capable of. But here's the truth about fear. It's often a signpost pointing you in the direction of your greatest growth. When you feel that fear rising up, when you feel the urge to retreat, that's often a sign that you're on the right track, that you're pushing beyond your comfort zone and into the realm of true possibility. So instead of letting fear stop you, learn to see it as an ally. Acknowledge it, thank it for trying to keep you safe, and then gently but firmly set it aside as you continue to move forward. Because the reality is, on the other side of that fear is where the magic happens. It's where breakthroughs occur, where you discover strengths you never knew you had, where you become the person you were always meant to be. Now, I want you to think about the stories that inspire you. The tales of triumph over adversity, of underdogs rising to the top, of people achieving the impossible. What do all these stories have in common? It's not talent, though, that can play a role. It's not luck, though, that can certainly help. No, the common thread in all these inspiring tales is persistence. It's the refusal to give up, the commitment to keep fighting no matter what. And here's the beautiful thing. You have that same power within you. You have the ability to write your own inspiring story, to become the hero of your own life, but it requires a choice, a daily, sometimes moment by moment choice to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep believing, even when the evidence suggests otherwise. It's about cultivating a warrior spirit within yourself. Not a spirit of aggression or conflict, but a spirit of determined, focused, unwavering commitment to your path. It's about waking up each day and recommitting to your fight, whatever that fight may be. Maybe you're fighting to build a business, to create art that moves people, to make a difference in your community. Maybe you're fighting for your health, for your family, for a cause you believe in. Whatever your fight is, know this, it's worthy. It's important. And you have what it takes to see it through to the end. But you have to choose it. You have to claim it. You have to own your power and your potential. Progress isn't always linear. There will be setbacks. There will be days when it feels like you're moving backwards instead of forwards. But don't let those moments discourage you. They're not failures. They're feedback. They're opportunities to learn, to adjust, to come back stronger. Every setback, every obstacle, every moment of doubt, these are all part of the journey. They're shaping you, refining you, preparing you for the victories to come. Think of it like this. You're climbing a mountain. From the bottom looking up, the peak seems impossibly far away. And as you climb, there are moments when the path dips down, when it feels like you're losing ground. But if you keep going, if you keep putting one foot in front of the other, eventually you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. And when you finally reach that peak, when you stand at the top and look out at the world around you, you'll know that every step, every struggle, every moment of doubt was worth it. But here's the thing. You don't climb that mountain in one giant leap. You do it step by step, day by day. And that's how you approach this fight, this commitment to never stop. You break it down into manageable pieces. You focus on winning the day, on making progress no matter how small, because those small victories, those tiny steps forward, they add up. They create momentum. And before you know it, you're further along than you ever thought possible. Now, I want to talk about something that often gets overlooked when we discuss persistence and never giving up. It's the importance of rest and self-care. You see, fighting doesn't mean running yourself into the ground. It doesn't mean sacrificing your health, your relationships, your joy in the pursuit of your goals. True fighters, they understand the importance of balance. They know when to push hard and when to rest and recharge. Think of it like this. Even the mightiest warrior needs to sharpen their sword to rest and prepare for the next battle. And you, my friend, you're no different. Taking time to rest, to nurture yourself, to enjoy the journey, that's not weakness. It's wisdom. It's what allows you to stay in the fight for the long haul, because this journey you're on, this fight you're committed to, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And to finish a marathon, you need to pace yourself to take care of yourself along the way. So as you commit to never stopping, to always fighting for what you believe in, remember to also fight for your well-being. Fight for your peace of mind. Fight for moments of joy and connection. Because those moments, they're not distractions from your path. They're fuel for your journey. They're what give you the strength to keep going when things get tough. And let's talk about community for a moment. Because while this fight is ultimately yours, you don't have to go it alone. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who support your dreams, who lift you up when you're feeling down. Seek out mentors, allies, fellow travelers on this path of persistent growth and never-ending fight for betterment. Because when you have a strong community around you, when you have people in your corner cheering you on, it becomes so much easier to keep going, to keep fighting, even when things get tough. But remember this, while support from others is important, the most crucial voice of encouragement needs to come from within. You need to be your own biggest cheerleader, your own strongest ally. Because there will be moments when no one else believes in you, when the world seems to be conspiring against you. In those moments, it's your inner voice, your unwavering belief in yourself and your vision that will keep you going. So cultivate that inner strength. Nurture that voice of encouragement within you. Practice self-talk that uplifts and empowers you, because the way you speak to yourself, the thoughts you choose to focus on, they shape your reality. They influence your actions. And when you consistently choose thoughts of strength, of resilience, of unwavering commitment, you align yourself with the energy of success. Now, I want you to think about legacy for a moment, because your fight, your refusal to give up, it's not just about what you achieve in your lifetime. It's about the mark you leave on the world, the example you set for future generations. When you commit to never stopping, to always pushing forward no matter what, you're setting a standard. You're showing others what's possible when you refuse to let circumstances define you. Imagine the ripple effect of your persistence. Imagine how it might inspire your children, your grandchildren, or even strangers who hear your story. Imagine how your fight today might empower someone else to keep going tomorrow. That's the power of never stopping. It extends far beyond your own life, creating a legacy of strength, resilience, and unwavering commitment that can inspire for generations to come. Every time you choose to keep fighting, every time you refuse to give up, you're not just changing your own life, you're changing the world, because the world is changed one person at a time, one choice at a time, one act of persistence at a time. Your fight, your journey, it matters. It's important. It's part of the grand tapestry of human progress and evolution. Now let's talk about the power of visualization. You see, your mind is an incredible tool, and when you harness its power through visualization, you can strengthen your resolve and fuel your fight. Take a few moments each day to close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself overcoming the challenges you face. See yourself pushing through obstacles, standing strong in the face of adversity, and ultimately achieving your goals. This isn't just daydreaming. It's mental rehearsal. It's preparing your mind and spirit for the battles ahead. And as you visualize, feel the emotions associated with your success. Feel the pride, the joy, the sense of accomplishment. Let those feelings wash over you, energize you, motivate you, because when you can see it and feel it in your mind, you're much more likely to achieve it in reality. This practice of visualization, it's like charging your internal battery. It's reinforcing your commitment to never stop fighting, to always keep pushing forward. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with, the fear of failure. You see, when we commit to never stopping, to always fighting for our dreams, we're also opening ourselves up to the possibility of failure. That can be scary. But here's the truth, so I think is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. It's a stepping stone on the path to achieving your goals. Think about it this way. Every great inventor, every successful entrepreneur, every accomplished artist, they've all experienced failure, multiple failures in fact. But what sets them apart is their attitude towards those failures. They don't see them as endpoints. They see them as learning opportunities, as chances to grow, to refine their approach, to come back stronger and wiser. So I want you to make a commitment right now. Commit to embracing failure as a teacher, not fearing it as an enemy. When you stumble, when things don't go as planned, don't beat yourself up. Don't let it shake your resolve. What can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to get better, to get closer to my goals? Because when you approach failure with this mindset, you become unstoppable. You turn every setback into a setup for a comeback. And remember, the only true failure is giving up. As long as you keep fighting, as long as you refuse to stop, you haven't failed. You're still in the game. You're still moving forward, even if it doesn't always feel like it. That's the power of persistence, the magic of never stopping. Now let's talk about the importance of celebrating your victories, no matter how small they may seem. You see, when you're in the midst of a long fight, when you're committed to never stopping, it's easy to get so focused on the end goal that you forget to acknowledge how far you've come. But recognizing and celebrating your progress, no matter how incremental, is crucial to maintaining your motivation and momentum. So make it a habit to celebrate your wins. Did you take a small step towards your goal today? Did you overcome a fear that's been holding you back? Celebrate it. Did you stay committed to your path even when things got tough? Absolutely celebrate that. Because each of these moments, these small victories, they're proof of your strengths, your resilience, your unwavering commitment to your fight. And when you celebrate these wins, you're not just patting yourself on the back. You're reinforcing the behaviors and attitudes that lead to success. You're training your brain to recognize progress and to crave more of it. You're building a positive feedback loop that will keep you motivated and energized for the long haul. Now I want to talk about something that's absolutely crucial when it comes to never stopping, to always fighting for what you believe in. And that's the power of your why. Your why is your purpose, your reason for fighting. It's the driving force behind your persistence, the fuel that keeps you going when things get tough. You see, when you have a strong why, when you're deeply connected to the purpose behind your fight, you become almost unstoppable, because it's not just about achieving a goal anymore. It's about fulfilling your purpose, about living true to your values and your vision for your life. So I want you to take a moment right now and really think about your why. Why are you fighting? What's driving you to keep going, to never stop? Is it to provide a better life for your family, to make a difference in your community, to express your unique gifts and talents, to leave a lasting legacy? Whatever it is, connect with it deeply. Feel it in your bones, because when you're truly aligned with your I why, the how becomes much easier. The obstacles become less daunting. The setbacks become less discouraging. And here's the beautiful thing about your I see. It's uniquely yours. No one else can give it to you, and no one can take it away. It's a source of strength and motivation that you can tap into anytime, so nurture it. Remind yourself of it often. Let it be the guiding star that keeps you on your path, that fuels your fight, that helps you to never ever stop. Now let's talk about the power of habits in your journey of never stopping. You see, our lives are largely shaped by our daily habits, the small actions we take consistently, day after day, week after week. And when it comes to maintaining your fight, to staying committed to your path no matter what, developing strong, supportive habits is absolutely crucial. Think about it this way. Well, power is a finite resource. We only have so much of it to use each day. But habits, once formed, require very little willpower to maintain. They become automatic, like brushing your teeth or tying your shoes. And when you develop habits that support your fight, that reinforce your commitment to never stopping, you're essentially putting your success on autopilot. So what kind of habits am I talking about? Well, it could be starting each day with a few minutes of visualization, seeing yourself overcoming challenges and achieving your goals. It could be reading inspirational material that reinforces your fighting spirit. It could be regularly checking in with your own why, reconnecting with the purpose behind your fight. It could be practicing self-care to ensure you have the energy and resilience to keep going. The specific habits will depend on your unique journey, your particular fight. But the key is consistency. It's about doing these things not just when you feel like it, but every single day, rain or shine. Because it's this consistency that builds momentum, that creates lasting change, that keeps you moving forward even when motivation wanes. And speaking of motivation, let's address that for a moment. Because here's the truth, motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. Some days you'll wake up feeling on top of the world, ready to take on any challenge. Other days, you'll struggle to even get out of bed. And that's okay, that's normal, that's part of being human. But here's the commitment to never stopping, to always fighting for what you believe in. It can't be dependent on motivation. It has to be deeper than that. It has to be a decision you make every single day, regardless of how you feel. It's about showing up, putting in the work, taking those steps forward even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. Often precedes motivation, not the other way around. When you take action, when you start moving, that's when the motivation kicks in. That's when you start to feel the energy, the drive, the determination to keep going. So don't wait to feel motivated to fight for your dreams. Fight for your dreams and the motivation will. Now, I want to talk about something that's often overlooked when we discuss persistence and never giving up. And that's the importance of flexibility and adaptability. You see, commitment to your fight doesn't mean rigidity. It doesn't mean stubbornly sticking to one path, even when it's clearly not working. True fighters, they know how to adapt. They know how to pivot when necessary, how to adjust their strategy while still staying true to their ultimate goal. Think about it like this. I imagine you're trying to reach the top of a mountain. Your goal, your commitment is to reach that peak. But as you climb, you might encounter obstacles, a sheer cliff face you can't scale. Does that mean you give up on reaching the top? Of course not. It means you find another path. You go around, you find a different route that still leads you to your ultimate destination. That's the kind of flexibility I'm talking about. It's about being committed to your goal, but being flexible in your approach. It's about being willing to learn, to grow, to change your tactics when needed, because the world is constantly changing. And if you want to succeed in your fight, you need to be able to change with it. So as you push forward, as you commit to never stopping, also commit to staying open. Open to new ideas, new strategies, new ways of approaching your challenges. Be willing to question your assumptions, to challenge your own thinking. Because sometimes the breakthrough you need, the key to overcoming that seemingly insurmountable obstacle, it comes from a place you least expect. It comes from being willing to try something new, to look at things from a different perspective. And this openness, this flexibility, it's not a sign of weakness. It's not a dilution of your commitment. On the contrary, it's a sign of strength. It's a testament to your dedication to your ultimate goal. Because you're saying, I'm so committed to reaching my destination that I'm willing to try any path that might get me there. Now, let's talk about the power of gratitude in your fight. You see, when you're in the thick of it, when you're facing challenges and setbacks, it's easy to focus on what's going wrong, on what you don't have, on how far you still have to go. But cultivating an attitude of gratitude can be a game changer in your journey of never stopping. When you practice gratitude, when you consciously focus on what you're thankful for, you shift your energy. You move from a state of lack to a state of abundance. And from that place of abundance, from that place of appreciation, you're much better equipped to face your challenges. You're more resilient, more creative, more open to possibilities. So make gratitude a daily practice. Take time each day to acknowledge what you're grateful for. It could be the progress you've made, no matter how small. It could be the support of your loved ones. It could be the lessons you've learned from your setbacks. Whatever it is, acknowledge it. Feel it deeply. Let it fuel your fight. Be grateful not just for your successes, but for your struggles too. Because those struggles, those challenges you're facing, they're making you stronger. They're teaching you valuable lessons. They're preparing you for even greater victories to come. When you can find gratitude even in your difficulties, you become truly unstoppable. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to leave you with this final thought. The choice to never stop fighting, to always keep pushing forward. It's a choice you need to make every single day. It's not a one-time decision. It's a way of life. It's a commitment to yourself, to your dreams, to the person you know you can become. And while it's not always easy, I promise you it's always worth it. Because on the other side of that fight, on the other side of that unwavering commitment, that's where true fulfillment lies. That's where you become the person you were always meant to be. That's where you create a life that inspires not just yourself, but everyone around you. So go forth with courage, my friends. Face your challenges head on, embrace the fight, and never ever stop believing in the power of your own persistence. The world is waiting for your unique gifts for the difference only you can make. So keep fighting, keep pushing, keep believing. Your best days are still ahead, and they're worth every ounce of effort you put in to reach them. Remember, you have everything you need within you right now to face whatever challenges come your way. You have the strength, the resilience, the courage to keep going no matter what. Trust in that. Believe in that. And most importantly, act on that belief every single day. Choose to keep fighting. Choose to never stop. Choose to be the author of your own inspiring story of triumph and perseverance, because in the end, it's not about reaching a final destination. It's about who you become along the way. It's about the strength you develop, the wisdom you gain, the lives you touch as you refuse to give up on your dreams. So go out there and show the world what you're made of. Your time is now. Your fight is now. And I believe in you every step of the way. Never stop fighting, my friends. Never stop believing. Never stop becoming the best version of yourself. The world needs your light, your strength, your unwavering commitment. So shine on, fight on, and never ever stop. The best is yet to come.